Let's face it, we've all been there before. You know that looming deadline that keeps you up at night? And yet here you find yourself binge-watching TV shows or endlessly scrolling through social media feeds. We call this procrastination, and it is the silent saboteur of our productivity and peace of mind. So why do we voluntarily sabotage ourselves like this? Why do we allow this monster called procrastination to creep into our lives, wreaking havoc on our plans and stealing precious moments that we'll never get back? In this article, we delve into the intricate psychology behind procrastination. We reveal the hidden tricks our minds play, the unconscious biases that hold us back, and most importantly, we arm you with practical strategies to conquer this universal struggle. So if you're tired of feeling overwhelmed and ready to take charge of your life, then this video is for you. Let's stop procrastinating and start living a life on our terms. You've probably tried various ways to beat procrastination, but did you know that the real problem might lie in how you perceive tasks? Enter the psychology of perceived workload. According to research, our perception of a task's difficulty significantly influences our willingness to complete it. If you see a task as boring, pointless, or overly challenging, chances are you'll put it off. However, when you reframe these tasks as engaging, meaningful, or surmountable, you'll be more inclined to tackle them head-on. For example, instead of thinking, "Oh, I have to clean my room," try reframing it as "I get to create a clean and organized space where I can relax and recharge." Or instead of, "Ugh, I need to read that book for class," try "This book might actually provide some really interesting insights. Let me see what it's about." This subtle shift in perspective can make a big difference in how motivated you are to start and finish tasks. Have you ever found yourself constantly comparing your progress to others? This tendency to benchmark our journey can also play a part in procrastination. Social comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy, especially when we see others who seem more successful or further ahead in their endeavors. This triggers a fear of falling behind, which can paralyze us and keep us from taking action. To overcome this, it's essential to remember that everyone's path is unique. Focus on your personal growth and celebrate your own milestones, regardless of where others are in their journey. Remember, it's not about being the fastest or the best, it's about being your best self. Now let's talk about perfectionism. It might sound like a good thing, but research shows that perfectionists are often more prone to procrastination. Why? Well, striving for perfection sets an almost impossible standard. When we're always aiming for flawlessness, the fear of falling short can be paralyzing and lead to avoidance. Moreover, perfectionists tend to spend excessive time planning and organizing, getting stuck in the preparation stage and never quite launching into action. To combat procrastination driven by perfectionism, it's crucial to accept that perfection is often an illusion and that done is better than perfect. Break the cycle by celebrating progress over flawlessness and embracing the inevitable imperfections along your path to success. We live in a world where distractions lurk around every corner. From the constant pings of notifications on our phones to the endless stream of content online, temptations to divert our attention are abundant. This constant exposure to distractions has made our brains less adept at sustained focus and more accustomed to instant gratification. Whether it's social media, streaming services, or the allure of the next viral video, these distractions hijack our attention and pull us away from tasks that require concentration and patience. The science behind this phenomenon reveals that our brains are wired to seek novelty and immediate pleasure. The combination of these factors creates an environment where distractions thrive and procrastination flourishes. The good news is that you can take steps to mitigate these effects. One effective approach is to create distraction-free zones in your life. Whether it's a designated workspace or a quiet corner where you can unwind. By reclaiming spaces free from distractions, you give yourself the best chance to stay focused on your goals and resist the urge to procrastinate. Additionally, setting clear boundaries around your use of technology can help. Designate specific times for checking emails and social media instead of letting them constantly interrupt your workflow. We know that procrastination can be a result of feeling overwhelmed or lacking motivation. But did you know that your physical environment can also play a role? A cluttered or disorganized space can contribute to procrastination by creating visual noise that distracts your brain. When you're surrounded by visual clutter, your brain struggles to focus on a single task, making it harder to stay motivated and productive. On the other hand, a clean and organized environment fosters clarity and helps you concentrate better. The secret lies in decluttering your workspace and incorporating elements that inspire and motivate you. Consider adding plants, artwork, or quotes that uplift your spirits and remind you of your goals. By curating a workspace that reflects your aspirations and promotes focus, you'll be better equipped to tackle tasks without succumbing to procrastination. Another factor that can lead to procrastination is unclear priorities. Imagine having a to-do list filled with tasks ranging from urgent to non-essential. Without a clear sense of what's most important, you might find yourself jumping from one task to another without making substantial progress. This lack of direction can stem from both internal and external factors. Internally, you might struggle with decision fatigue or a lack of alignment between your tasks and your values. Externally, unclear expectations from colleagues or clients can also contribute to the problem. To tackle this, it's essential to establish a hierarchy of importance among tasks. Tools like Eisenhower Matrix or Moscow Method can help categorize tasks based on urgency and importance. Once you've established your priorities, communicate them clearly to yourself and others. This way you ensure that you're allocating your time and energy to what truly matters, reducing the chances of getting sidetracked by less important tasks. Ever found yourself saying, "I'll start exercising tomorrow"? Procrastination often targets goals that we perceive as challenging or that we don't fully understand. Let's take fitness as an example. If you're new to exercise and intimidated by gym culture, you might put off joining. Similarly, if you're unsure how to achieve a long-term goal like financial independence, you could delay taking the first step. This hesitation can arise from various sources. You might lack confidence in your abilities, feel overwhelmed by the complexity of the goal, or simply not fully grasp the steps involved. Whatever the reason, the outcome is the same: missed opportunities and unfulfilled aspirations. To counter this trend, it's crucial to break down large goals into smaller, actionable steps. When faced with a daunting task like improving your fitness, start with something small like going for a 10-minute walk. By gradually progressing and celebrating small wins, you build confidence and momentum toward larger goals. Moreover, seeking guidance from those who've achieved similar goals can be invaluable. Mentors or coaches can provide insights, resources, and support that make the journey less intimidating and increase your chances of success. The art of procrastination is mastered when you can delay something you enjoy doing. Yes, believe it or not, we often procrastinate on activities that we secretly want to indulge in. This phenomenon might seem counterintuitive, but it's rooted in our desire to avoid the emotional roller coaster that comes with pursuing our dreams. When we're passionate about something like writing that novel or composing music, the stakes feel higher. The fear of failure becomes more intense, leading us to subconsciously sabotage our efforts. As a result, we end up procrastinating on the very things we love, trapping ourselves in a cycle of missed opportunities and unrealized potential. To break this cycle, it's essential to confront the underlying emotions driving your procrastination. Recognize the fear, acknowledge the doubts, but don't let them paralyze you. Channel these emotions into fuel for action. Remember, the joy of creation is worth the risk, and every step forward brings you closer to turning your passion into reality. Did you know that your inner dialogue can be a major factor in your procrastination habits? Negative self-talk like "I'm lazy" or "I couldn't do this" can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, reinforcing procrastination. When you constantly berate yourself, you erode your self-belief and motivation. On the other hand, positive affirmations and constructive self-talk can work wonders. By affirming your capabilities and focusing on small wins, you build a foundation of self-belief that makes it easier to overcome procrastination. For instance, instead of "I always procrastinate," try "I'm taking steps to manage my procrastination." Even though they may sound cliché, affirmations like "I am capable" or "I am making progress" can have a profound impact on your mindset and behavior. Incorporating these practices into your daily routine can transform your relationship with procrastination, helping you break free from the cycle of negativity and self-doubt. There you have it, a deep dive into the psychology of procrastination. It's time to take action and bid farewell to this age-old foe. So how will you stop procrastinating? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, share it with others so they can tackle their procrastination too. See you next time.